About some years ago, a man once sent some of his mentees to represent him at a particular place to supervise one of his businesses, and he paired them in twos. Hi, I'm Timilayo Kush. I'll be talking about the interconnectedness of the law of seed and harvest and the law of cause and effect. Join me. Hello everyone. If you can remember the last video, that's the introduction. Let me recall the interconnectedness of spiritual law. You remember we talked about a few things. One of the things we talked about was the definition of laws, and which is a law is a set of rules or principles established by a governmental body to regulate behaviors, to enforce order and provide justice. We talked about how laws are interconnected and they are not isolated, and this applies both to spiritual laws and physical laws. So today we'll be talking about how the law of cause and effect and the law of seed and harvest relate together. Yes, both of them are interconnected. I'll be defining what the law of cause and effect is. I'm sure we are very conversant. I don't think there's anything new. The law of cause and effect states that every cause has an effect and every effect has a specific cause. It also states that for every action, there is a corresponding reaction to it. So let's give an example. For instance, you pick a kitchen plate, or you pick a plate or a glass, and then you drop it and it falls down. So you picking it up to drop on the floor, probably by most times, I'm sure by mistake, let's assume, that is the cause, but the effect is the glass breaking. Another example is, for you to be healthy, you have to eat well, rest, and exercise regularly. So the eating well, the resting, and regular exercise is the cause, but the effect is health, state of your health, how you get better over time. So many examples. The law of cause and effect is just about causes and effects, actions and corresponding reactions. I would also be defining the law of seed and harvest. It's also very similar. So the law of seed and harvest states that every seed sown has harvest, and every harvest sown has a seed. The law of seed and harvest states that for every harvest you are expecting, there was a seed sown, and if you want to get harvest, you have to sow a seed. So it is more about the seed. Seed can be in any form. It can be anything. It can be your action, it can be your words, it can be your habits, but it has to be in seed form. Just like a corn, like a plant that you plant, then you expect the harvest. You can use so many examples. Let's apply the same example we used for the law of cause and effect. The sowing is eating well, resting, regular exercise. The result that came out of it, the harvest, is a better health. So if you decide not to sleep well, you decide not to eat well, you'll be sick, you'll be ill. So the same thing, if you decide to study, if you decide to research, you study the required knowledge you need for your field or for your work or for whatever you are doing, it helps you. What comes out of it is you are knowledgeable, you are competent, you are skillful, because that knowledge you apply it to your skill. Skill is developed ability, but the ability cannot be put to use when you are not aware that there's even an ability, and when you don't have the knowledge, to the know-how, the technical know-how, how to go about using that ability. So the interconnectedness of these two laws is that, one, they both expect proportions. Meaning you cannot plant, you cannot do anything without expecting something. Most of the times it will come in greater form. So if you sow a corn seed today, you get a corn out of that seed that you sowed. Two, in-kind returns. It will always bring returns or rewards or results of its kind. It will never bring results of another kind. Always bring. The glass that you pick and slips from your hand will not shatter paper. It will actually shatter the glass. The glass itself that will break. So it's not going to bring another material. It's still the same glass that will be shattered. 3. Action to consequence relationship. This is one of the things that makes the law of seed and harvest to be interconnected. There will always be an action, there will always be a consequence. The same thing with the law of seed and harvest. You sow, you reap, and harvest. You want an harvest, you sow a seed. It's just like that. And then also, results are inevitable. The inevitability of results. You can't run away from results. The two laws actually both have results. Law of seed and harvest has the harvest as the outcome. The law of cause and effect has effect as the outcome or results. So you cannot run away from results. Both of them have results in them, whether it's the law of seed and harvest or the law of cause and effect. And the last one is time lapse. Both of them have delay time. So let's use the glass plate again. I'm sure you're already bored, but let's just use the glass plate. So you pick a glass plate, you want to put it in your plate rack or something, your dish rack, or where you store your dishes. When the plate slips, it's not the same time it shatters. So there is a distance, there's a small period or time period between you picking the glass, slips from your hand, and then it shatters on the floor. No matter what space it is, there's actually a time lapse. There's a period in between when you picked up the glass and it slipped and when it shattered. So both have the same thing, just may be in different lengths. For a seed sown, definitely you know that you can't sow a seed today and expect it tomorrow. The same thing, you can't pick a glass and it's not the same time that glass was picked. It's not the same time that it shattered. It will be a few seconds apart, but there's a delay in time there. So these two laws are connected, and these are the intersections between the law of cause and effect and the law of seed and harvest. So let's run through again these intersections. Number one, proportionality, meaning they both come in greater forms, in greater results, in greater outcomes. Number two, in-kind results. They both bring results or rewards or returns of their same, of their kind. They both bring results or returns of their kind. Number three, results are inevitable. Number four, time lapse. Both of them have a delay in time at which those results actually come. And the last one is the action to consequence relationship. And I hope you learned a lot from this. We're proceeding to the part 2. I'll be dropping that after this. Love you and thank you so much. I would like to leave you with this quote from article Proverbs section 24 subsection 3. It says that by wisdom is a house built, and by understanding it is established, and the house is filled with goodies through knowledge. Thank you so much. I'm Timilayo Kush. Join me in the next one.